Thank you. Well, I have to say that I'm really embarrassed because all that you've said, it was the first 10 minutes of my speech. I'm here to talk about pop culture and high fashion and the way I'm mixing it. So, okay, let's go. It's my first speech ever, so I'm very, very, very stressed. And I don't really like to talk about myself to myself, so maybe we're gonna take like 10 minutes Q&A. Please. Yeah. Yeah, because I did a collection, the last collection I presented in Paris, it was about carnival in Belgium. I can show you the video, I have to find it. This carnival was Africa, because this carnival is only authorized for men's. There's no woman wearing the costumes of the Gilles de Barge. And maybe 2 years ago, there was a big, let's say, conflict because there was a black Gilles de Barge, and the tradition is about like white men from the city. So in a way, I wanted to give this costume to black women as well. If we're ready, we can start the fashion show, and then I will show the influence.
Was ist los mit dir, mein Schatz? Aha. Geht es immer nur bergab? Aha. Geht nur das, was du verstehst? Aha. This is what you got to know. Was ist los mit dir, mein Schatz? Aha. Geht es immer nur bergab? Aha. Geht nur das, was du verstehst? Aha. This is what you got to know. Ich lieb dich nicht, du liebst mich nicht. Da, da, da. 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 Aha. 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 Aha.
This is a sound of seas. This is a sound of seas. This is a new style of music. This is a new style of music. This is a sound of seas, a sound which creates a new dimension. This is a new style of music. This is a sound of seas, a sound which creates a new dimension. This is a sound of seas. This is a sound of seas, a sound which creates a new dimension. This is a new style of music. This is a sound of seas. This is a sound of seas. This is a sound of seas. This is a sound of seas.
Okay. So voilà, this collection was about this carnival of Barge. So this carnival is based in Belgium, and I made a mix with Africa. But you will see the video. This is when I saw this video that I decided to create this collection.
This is a sound of...
Voilà. So when I saw this movie, I was like, okay, this Carnival of Barge, it's all about trance and the music they're playing, they play it like during the whole day, and it's always the same music, and people are really getting into a sort of trance. So I was really interested by that. And so I started doing research about trance music, and I discovered this voodoo dance that they are doing in Africa. And so I was thinking that it was kind of interesting to show that there is ethnicity in Belgium as well. And since I presented the collection in Paris, which is very close from Belgium, I wanted to show that even if you go not that far away from your place, you can find very special things that people don't know. Because when I showed this collection in Paris, all the people that were living in France, they were like, oh my God, it's really interesting, this kind of flower print, like kind of super strange mix. And I was like, yeah, but it comes from Belgium, and it's really like really popular culture, and they really didn't know it. So I was thinking it was really interesting to show very small and specific parts of popular culture in a way. So let's go on my website and let's have a look to the collection, and I will explain you some details of the influences from my past collection. So this is the first collection I presented at the Hyères Festival, and this is how everything started in a way. So the collection was about a woman working in a French fries place, and she was dreaming to go to Texas to find the man of her life. She wanted to seduce a cowboy. So when I started doing research about bull riding, I discovered that when they're making these special events, you have a rodeo clown, and it's men disguised in clowns, and they're jumping in the arena when the bull is kind of becoming crazy and he wants to kill the cowboy. So the clowns are jumping to protect him. So I decided to give again this costume to the woman. There's a lot of, in all my collection, I'm always giving menswear or something that are only owned by the man to the woman. That's something I really like, to give this to the woman, to give the power to the woman. So this is the mix between French fries and rodeo clown.
Jean Paul Lespagnard, Hirschwilnen Cowboy Halsband, Belgium.
So in a way, I started this collection because I found a cotton fabric in a shop in Antwerp, and it was kind of this kind of when you're buying a French fries pack in Belgium and you're taking mayonnaise. When the mayonnaise is going on the paper, it's getting a bit transparent. So I was like, oh, okay, I really want to make a collection about French fries. And then I was like, oh my God, what I'm gonna find for, I really like to make conflicts between two topics as well. So I was in Germany in my hotel watching television, and then I saw a documentary about Gitte Henning, who's a singer, and she was singing "I Want a Cowboy as a Husband," and I was like, okay, let's make a collection about about cowboy and French fries, and that's the way I'm always creating my story. It's just by meeting things in the streets or just an idea that pops up in my mind. And that's something I really like, that if I have an idea to create a collection, I will focus till the end. I know, I always know that the topics are crazy, but I really want to make it understandable for the people and wearable like every day. That's something I really want to bring a bit of craziness and creativity in everyday life. So this is the first collection I presented in Paris, and it was about the decotora, because when I was a kid, I always wanted to be a fashion designer, and my father was a truck driver, which is not really connected. But I was playing a lot in his garage, so I was cutting inner tube out of trucks, and I was making corsets for my sisters. So I really wanted to make my first collection that I would present in Paris about this. So I started doing research, and I found this decotora. So it's a truck from Japan. And since I won this Hyères festival, I've been invited by a company called Bastop to design a collection for them in Japan. So I started doing a research there, and this is the result in a way. So this collection was really about the meeting between a woman and a truck. Not a truck driver, a truck. So I started working on the structure for the coats and stuff. So when you were wearing the collection, like the red coat, maybe I can show it here. No, that's better here. So when you're wearing the wet coat, it's really you're really going into a structure. So in a way, that was my vision of a woman becoming a truck. and there's a lot of clothes that are made with security belt. Like for example, this skirt is made out of security belt. And there's a lot of, I like to reuse material as well. So this is made out of security belt as well, sewn together. So this fashion comes really often through other projects I'm doing. Recently, like right before coming, what? What? I still have 3 minutes. Wow, wow, it's going really fast. I'm quite comfortable now here. I can stay here forever. So I'm going to show you a video of a dance project I realized with Meg Stewart. And it's like, so I've been invited to San Francisco to do this project. And it was an improvisation about improvisation. So I had like to improvise costumes for a speech about improvisation.
Authentic is a conference with improvisers talking about improvisation. So they're discussing, they're conferring, they're...
Okay, it's not working. Good.
With
so this project we're traveling with it through we did it in New York first, and we did it in San Francisco, but they did it in Brussels, they did it in Berlin as well, and Meg is always inviting people to share talk about improvisation, but through their own universe. So I was invited as a fashion designer, and it's kind of crazy because when I'm working with Meg, I never know what I'm going to do, and even sometimes 2 minutes before the show, I have new ideas, and I'm bringing it with a sheet of paper or everything that I have around me. And sometimes I'm really asking myself, why am I here at this table? Sometimes getting undressed, sometimes talking about stupid things. But then, 3 years after, I'm giving a workshop with children in the south of France, and I have this wonderful idea to create a hat with a live plant. And it can bring me to somewhere else as well. So, for example, I did this project with Yelle, this singer. So in the beginning, this is the project with the children. So with this idea of creating hats with plants, with the children it was fake plants. And it's always really funny because I like to say that I'm stealing a lot of ideas when I'm doing a workshop with children, but it's true because they're so fresh and they're like completely innocent and they're giving so much, and it's a real creative exchange with them. I feel always really lucky to do this kind of workshop. For me, it's like luxury research. Voilà, it's already over. Thank you.
Thank you, Jean Paul.
You're welcome.
Right, I'd like to invite questions from the floor, please.
What is the difference you design the fashion and the costume?
Okay.
And how do you still keeping your own signature and unique style? Thank you.
Okay, so when I'm doing costumes for dance and theater performances, it's always, as I was saying before, I really like to call it like a luxury research, because you get money to make research for these dance performances. So at the same time, I'm really using it for my fashion, but at the same time, my fashion influences the costumes I'm doing for theater. The big difference, because let's talk about the common point in the beginning. It's really, my collection is always about feeling comfortable. So of course, when you're a dancer, you need to feel comfortable. But at the same time, the big difference with, between fashion design and costume design is the commerciality of the pieces, of course. So sometimes I can create like a sweater that weighs 10 kilos, and that will give a special move to the dancers, and they like it because it brings them somewhere else. But this, I really cannot do it in like real life, real daily life. Since it's my point to create for daily life.
Hello, you are a fashion designer. At the same time, you are an artist. And how do you strike the difference between the business considerating and the artist expression?
Well, in a way, I don't really make the difference between all my projects, since when someone is calling me to make a project, I jump in it and I do it. But at the same time, okay, I understand the commerciality of my pieces, but at the same time, I need to present a point of view. I have to create a special moment as well during the Paris Fashion Week. So in a way, you have to create your own universe, and you need to transfer this to your public. So this is the artistic point of view from my collection. But then, when I presented my collection, it's not my baby anymore. The day after, it's the showroom starting, and then we put all the pieces together on a rack, and they're becoming clothes, and that's the reality of my job. But that's the thing I really like as well, because people can buy my message just through a piece of clothes, like a shirt. They are seeing the show, and then they want to be part of the show, and they're buying just a small piece just to be part of it. Wow, I feel like a president saying, wow.
Okay, I think that's all the time we have today for Jean Paul. Thank you very much,
Thank
Jean
you.
Paul. Big
Thank
hand
you.
for him, please.
Thank you.